This 2026 is going to be a big year for us. I think a lot of catalysts ahead. So we're very excited, lots of hard work. When I stood up here last year, we had less than $6 million in the bank. I was speaking very boldly about reopening our underground mine, refurbishing our mill, and producing 60, 70,000 ounces in the next couple of years. I'm happy to report that we have re-entered the underground mine. You're going to see it in a minute. We've managed to rehab all the levels down to 16 where we're currently operational, and we're about to set foot on level 26, which is over a kilometer down. We'll quickly reestablish communications, ventilation, and compression down at that level as well. And we'll be looking to deploy underground drill rigs onto level 26 over the next 2 quarters. We currently have 2 drill rigs drilling away on level 16 right now, combination of both infill and extension drilling, but also exploring some of our recent discoveries. So over the last 12 months, we've completed over 25,000 meters of drilling into 3 exceptional targets. We did have a couple that didn't work out, but these 3 are looking to pay off very well for us. You're going to see them shortly. They sit in close proximity to the mine. So one of the things we really wanted to prove over this last year was that this is a property that has significant scale, even without stepping outside of the existing mine lease belt, and I think we've successfully done that. I'm going to show you here shortly. But we think there are many significant opportunities ahead for us, and we're looking forward to exploring them even further. So that cautionary statement that was just up there, that applies to everything I just said before I got to that slide. All right, so what do you get with 1911? For those that were not here previously or have not heard me spoken, this is a fully permitted and built operation. We are putting in a new crushing circuit in the mill. That's part of the work that we're doing. We're optimizing the circuit and optimizing the facility to maximize recovery and throughput through that mill. So one of those things is putting in a much improved crushing circuit over the next 12 months to support our restart strategy. Otherwise, everything else on surface is fully built. It's in fantastic shape. We have over 20 megs of electric power coming to our site. It's hydroelectric, second cheapest in Canada. We're looking to power most of our facilities underground and on surface with that hydroelectric power. So this would be a low-cost operation with respect to power, and we have more than enough. You also have 1.1 million ounces of gold resource. I had that last year when I stood up here. We're looking to update that resource by the end of this year. We've been doing, as I said, significant amount of drilling into several targets in close proximity to the mine. So those will all fold into our updated resource towards the end of 2026. We'll also be looking, obviously, to upgrade a lot of the inferred resource in the existing 1.1 million ounce resource and bringing that into our mine plan for 2027. You also have a very large land package. There's over 62,000 hectares. We have multiple areas to go. Prioritizing our targets over the next 3 to 5 years is going to be the biggest task we have ahead of us. In the near term, our focus is 100% around the mine lease area. It's permitted. We can explore there. We can do everything that we wish to do without going through any significant processes, which obviously makes our life easier, but we also see significant growth potential there, so that's our first priority. But we have some really amazing targets to the southeast of us, which we look to accelerate and move ahead as well at the same time. We have very strong community connections, both within the town of Bessette, which we lie right next to. We also have strong ties with the Hollow Water First Nation and the Black River First Nation, which lie within 30 to 50 minutes away from us and supply significant amounts of our workforce now and going forward. Those relationships are very positive, and we also have a very strong support within the province of Manitoba, which is a very resource-friendly province, and looking very anxiously to have more than one mine coming online over the next several years. I won't spend a lot of time on here. As I said, we started with very little cash this year. We raised just under 40 million quite successfully this year. Those that have been following us know we had a few hiccups in the fall with one of our raises. That's behind us. We had strong support coming into our last raise. We were able to get fully funded for the work that we're doing this year, and we're looking to accelerate our exploration program and our development program underground with the funds that were raised. We're sitting at just under 20, I think we put out a news release saying that 26 million in cash in December. We're a little bit less than that right now, but not a lot. We are funded. We have strong shareholders. We've now got 3 analysts covering us as well, most recently from Roth. Mike Niehauser, who's been chasing me around for over 18 months and finally was successfully able to launch on us. So I'm happy to see him come on right before this started. One of the other things we've done is really increase the management team. We did start with a small core of people last year. It was mostly finance and geologists, if you can believe it. We've built that out. We brought Eric Vignette on just in the fall. He was actually working closely with us for over a year prior to that. Eric's got a significant amount of experience in narrow vein underground deposits, in multiple jurisdictions, most notably in Quebec. He brings a significant amount of knowledge, has amazing ideas with what we can do in the underground. We've been working closely with him on the PEA that's about to come out. So he's having an impact. He's having a big impact on the people at site. The energy levels are extremely high. Under Eric, we've brought in experienced mill management and mill support team, as well as a mine manager and foreman underneath him. And we're working closely with them to start to expand our workforce, as well as rely on the contractors, which have gotten us to where we are today. Here's a couple of snapshots. So we have a verified presentation on our website that you can go and check out. But here you see the site, you see the town right next to us. I would note that they've been allowing us to drill off the town several times this year, so you can see the kind of support we have. We'll zoom in a little bit on the mine site. So this is all currently in place. We're underground. Everything's rehabbed down to level 16, as I mentioned. We'll have level 26 operational probably in the next 3 to 4 months. Yeah. And that's our tailings pond. Nobody likes that, but there's enough capacity there to keep us going for the first several years. And we'll be looking to put a lift on in the next probably 2 to 3 years as well, which will significantly increase our capacity at site. So this is our resource. This is a quick look at all of our 4 underground mines. You can see there's 3 ramp mines off to the right. The main shaft mine, which I keep referring to, and level 16, which we're operational on right now and which we're drilling off of. The resource, as you can tell, extends down at depth. It's all completely open. We intend to follow it down. Our PEA, which is coming out in the next several weeks, will show that these mines will actually connect on level 16, and we expect that to continue down to level 26. So we are ultimately looking at a situation where we'll have ramp access and shaft access to all deposits. These all dip to the northeast, so they do tend to come together as they extend out. And they're all within 100 to 400 meters of each other at this point in time, so we see the ability to optimize the use of the shaft and accelerate the production to the mill instead of using the ramp solely for the movement of ore from the ramp mines. So there are a number of things we look to do over the next several years to make this mine run much more efficiently, much more effectively, and obviously when we're running through the shaft mine, we're using all electric power, which cuts down both on emissions and cost. We see significant upside in this resource, and we are drilling it off as we speak. On top of that, we've been doing that large surface exploration program over the last 14 months now. We're looking to return to a couple of areas with the winter and start doing some lake drilling into one of our more recent discoveries. But you can see those red circles on there. The one in the middle there is just the San Antonio mine, and then you got up to the west of there, you've got San Antonio West, and then down to the southeast, you've got San Antonio Southeast, and then the Shore Target. Shore Target we discovered late in 2025. It's not a new discovery. It's associated with the 007 shear vein, which led to the 007 mine, which was a prolific producer between 2012 and 2015. You can see it right there where it sits on the shoreline basalt unit, but never tested where it hits the gabbro unit, which is a superior host rock. We've now hit it 4 times. It extends alongside the mine. It actually comes into the bottom of the mine. You can see it. If that works, that deep east target right at the bottom there, that's actually a little bit of that shore target hits that area. But everything above that is completely open and undrilled, so that's where we're drilling off right now. We've got one drill rig focused on that underground as we speak, and once we get that other rig on ice, we'll be drilling up. And here you can see the targets visually, how they extend next to the mine. Everything's within 300 to 500 meters of existing underground mine infrastructure. So we aren't building new access, we're building off of existing access. We're looking to optimize the movement of ore, as I meant, to the shaft. And that means not just going vertically down and following these veins, but expanding horizontally and bringing more ore to the shaft from across and at higher levels. We'll be looking to rehab higher level loading pockets in the mine and optimize the movement of the hoist, cutting down on the time from the bottom to the top from 3 minutes to 1 minute in some of those upper areas, which increases our tonnage. This is where we see the big growth. And this is where we see our ability to increase the throughput from what you're going to see in the PEA in the long term. After that, and when I have 7 seconds left, I'll talk about the regional. We are exploring in the southeastern part of the property. We're drilling off a 337,000 ounce resource as we speak. We'll look to update that MRE shortly, and that is part of our deliverables for this year. Overall, for this year, you can look forward to multiple drilling. We got well over 50,000 meters of infill and extension drilling planned. We've got surface drilling on the go, and it will continue right through to the month of April. We will have a PFS probably more towards the early 2027, but we will also look to have a global mineral resource update out this year, incorporating all these new discoveries that we've made around the mine lease. So we'll look to update the mine plan that you're going to see soon in the PEA, probably before we get started. Long term, not so long term, actually. We're looking at first half of 2027 to start producing on a full-time basis. You will see some bulk sample tonnage in the meantime, but the real startup is in that early 2027 period.